Hi, I'm Mr. C, the teacher, and this is my classroom. Over the years, I've created hundreds of lessons in every subject area. So grab your tools for school and join in with us. Or sit back and just watch. And let's go on a learning journey together. Because you're watching Lessons from the Classroom. Well, let's take a look at what the topic for today's episode is going to be about. So what is phonics? Well, phonics involves matching the sounds in English to letters or groups of letters.
Today's lesson is brought to you by A, as in apple.
You know, I love being surrounded by great books, because one of my favorite things to do is to read stories. So, let's make some time right now and read a storybook. This is story time. Alpha Tales for letter A. The Adventures of Abby Alligator by Maria Fleming and illustrated by Matt Phillips and read by Mr. C, the teacher. Abby Alligator is ready to work. What will Abby do? Abby wants to be an acrobat, but she's afraid of falling. Abby wants to be an artist, but she can only paint apples. Abby wants to be an animal doctor, but she's allergic to aardvarks. Abby wants to be an astronaut, but she meets an angry alien. Abby wants to be an actor, but she is awful. Oh no, I forgot my lines again. Abby can't think of any other jobs. Then Abby has an amazing idea. I'll be an author, Abby says. Abby Alligator writes all about her adventures as an acrobat, an artist, an animal doctor, an astronaut, and an actor. Being an author is awesome. How many things can you find that begin with letter A? I'll point some out. Did you find them all? With letter A, we start at the top, and it's around and down. One more time. It's around, take a pencil off, and down. For capital A, start at the top, and it's 1, 2, 3. Down, down, across. Well, hi, Queen Phoneme. How are you doing?
Just great. What are you doing?
Well, I'm just about to make some words using the short vowel A.
Absolutely awesome.
Well, I'm glad you think so. Hey, did you know that your name, Queen Phoneme, that phoneme is actually what we call the sounds that letters make? That's phonemes.
Can I help?
Sure, you're absolutely welcome to help. Yeah. Let's bring in the camera closer, and so that way we can look at the words that are on here. Okay. So whenever we read a word, we always read in this direction. And this is the word add. Let's listen to each phoneme or sound. We have the short A going ah, ah. And then we have two D's that really just make one sound together going d. We don't say add, d, do we? It's just add, 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 like adding. 2 plus 2, you add those two numbers together. Add. Well, our next word is axe, axe. And our short vowel A goes ah, ah. And our X goes x, x. And our E is silent. It doesn't make the A say its name. It just sits there doing nothing. Axe, 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 axe. You use an axe to chop wood. Here we have the word apple, and our short vowel A goes ah, ah. And our P goes puh, but we kind of just make it one P. Puh. We don't go puh, puh, puh. We have our L going oh, oh. And we have our silent E down here that doesn't make the A say its name. It just kind of sits there and does nothing. So we have a, p, o, apple, 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 apple. It's a type of fruit you eat. Apple. Our next short vowel A is ant. A, t, ant, 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 ant. Yeah, it's an insect. Ant. Our next short vowel A word is alarm. Alarm. So we have our short vowel A, ah, ah. Oh, oh. Now we do have another A, but because it's next to an R, it's a bossy R situation. So instead of a, it's R, R. Alarm, 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 like a fire alarm or a burglar alarm. Well, our next word is actually a name, and that's why it's starting with a capital A. It's Abby. We got the A, and we got two B's here, which just sort of make the one B sound. B. And we have a Y at the end, which will either go I or E. In this case, it goes E. A-B-E. Ab-E. Abby. Abby. Girl's name. Abby. Okay, so for today's phonics lesson, we're going to start with the first letter in the alphabet, the letter A. But we're looking at words that have a short vowel A sound. That means the letter A is going to go ah, instead of A. If we take a look at our 6 words here we have today, we have words like add, that means plus. 1 plus 1 is 2, add. Axe, axe, to cut wood. Apple, apple. Ant, ant, little insect. Alarm, alarm, like a fire alarm. And Abby, Abby. Notice I use small lowercase letters everywhere except for Abby's name. It gets a capital A. Let's start by setting up our page, and then we'll do our title, date, and practice letters. So first thing, date up in the top corner, today here for me happens to be September the 15th. You write whatever day it is for you. I'm going to put my title right here at the top of the lines, capital A, small a. And I'm going to do some practice A's. Let's zoom in so we can see how to do those. So when I do a capital A, I start at the top of the blue line and I go down. Then I take my pencil off and I start back at the top again and I go down. And then I take my pencil off and I'm going to go right across the middle where that little dotted blue line is. So it becomes 1, 2, 3. Down, down, across. 1, 2, 3. When I make my small a or lowercase a, I'm going to start where the dotted line is. And I'm going to make a circle from the top down to the solid line. 1, and now a line that goes down. 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, let's set up our page next with our numbers. So we're going to have 6 words. 1, and I'm going to skip a line. 2, I'm going to skip a line. 3. And then because I folded my page, I know where the middle of the page is. So I can write my numbers 4, skip a line, 5, skip a line, 6, down the middle. Now it's just a matter of looking at my 6 words and copying them. Let's take a closer look at those 6 words. So 1, add. 2, axe. 3, apple. 4, ant. 5, alarm. 6, Abby. And there's lots of bonus words like alphabet or alligator, right? Ambulance, lots of words that start with letter A. But let's copy them off the screen here and into our workbook. So number 1 is add. A, D, D. Number 2 is axe. A, X, E. Number 3 is apple. A, P, P, L, E. Number 4 is ant. A, N, T. Number 5 is alarm. A, L, another A, R, M, alarm. And the last one is Abby. And because it's a name, she's going to get a capital A. Notice all my letters are small lowercase letters. But here we put a capital. So remember that. Down, down, across. And then Abby is A, capital A, B, B, Y. Abby. Now all I need is some sort of colored picture to go along with it. I could draw an apple, or an ant, or an alarm, or maybe I could do an adding question like 4 plus 4 equals 8. I think I'm going to draw an ant. Great. And I'm going to label my picture so I know what my picture is about. It's an ant. I just have to color him. I wonder if I should make him a red ant or a black ant. Maybe a red ant. And there we go. There's my work for phonics letter A.
Today's lesson is brought to you by the letter B, as in ball.
You know, I love being surrounded by great books, because one of my favorite things to do is to read stories. So let's make some time right now and read a storybook. This is story time. Alpha Tales, Letter B, Bubble Bear, by Maxwell Higgins and illustrated by Maxie Chambliss, and read by Mr. C. the teacher. Bear was the best bubble blower on his block. Bear could blow great big bubbles. Bear could blow itsy bitsy bubbles. Bear could even blow a bubble beard. Bear could blow lots of bubble shapes too. He could blow a bubble bell, and a bubble birthday cake, and a bubble bunny, and, of course, a bubble bear. One day, Badger saw Bear blowing bubbles. Badger was a bully. Everyone on the block was afraid of her. "Only babies blow bubbles," Badger told Bear. But Bear kept right on blowing. He blew and blew until he had blown a great big bubble beast. "Ah!" yelled Badger. She ran behind a bush. "Only babies are afraid of bubbles," Bear told Badger. "Bear, I am sorry I called you a baby," said Badger. "Will you show me how you blow such beautiful bubbles?" So Bear showed Badger how to blow big bubbles and itsy bitsy bubbles. He showed her how to blow a bubble beard, a bubble bell, and a bubble birthday cake. He showed her how to blow a bubble bunny, a bubble bear, and a bubble badger. And Bear even showed Badger how to blow a great big bubble beast. How many things can you see that start with the letter B? Did you get them all? Letter B. We start at the top and it's down. Take your pencil off and around. Stop. So it's at the top and it's 1, 2. For capital B, start at the top and it's down. Pencil comes off, back to the top, and it's around, and then 3, around. 1, 2, 3. Hi, Queen Phoneme. How are you doing?
We're all fine, thank you very much. What are you up to here?
Well, I was just about to use the letter B and make some B words.
Well, boil my potatoes.
Boil my potatoes? That's quite an expression of excitement or dismay. Where did you learn something like that?
Finishing school, etiquette class for royalty like queens and princesses.
I see. Okay.
Can I help?
Yeah, sure. I'd love you to help out with this. We're going to make some words that start with the letter B and make the B sound. Can you make the B sound?
B.
Hey, good job. All right, well, let's bring the camera in closer and take a look at our words so that we can stretch them out. Well, the first word we're going to look at is the word B. B. And we always read words in this direction. We make a mark for each sound. The letter B goes B. B. And our two E's side by side, where they say their own name, but they just say it once. So they say E. So when we pronounce this word, we go B-E, B-E, B, like the kind that flies around and might sting you, like a bumblebee. Our next word is bell. Bell. But if we were to listen to each sound, we get b, eh. That's the short E sound, eh, like edge. And we have two L's, but we really just sort of say it once. L, b, eh, l, b, l, b, l. Kind of almost put that E and L together. L, b, l, bell. Our next word is ball. Ball, and you can see it's very similar to that last word, bell. We have the b, and then we have our short A. But this short A, rather than going like apple, it's going to go all. Oh, and we can sort of stretch that L out, but oh. Now we don't quite say do we? B, all, all, ball. Our next word is boat. Boat. We have our consonant here, b, but then we have something interesting that happens here. The O and the A together, well, they make this first vowel say its name, so it's a long O. O, we might put like a little line above the O. B, O. And we have our last letter here, T. B-O-T. B-O-T. Boat. Boat. In our next word, we got rid of that O. We've got B. We've got our short vowel A, And then we've got our T at the end. T. B-at. B-at. This is the word bat. Bat. And here's our last word, bob. This means to float in the water, to bob up and down. If it was a capital B, it could be a person's name, Bob. Let's take a look at each letter sound. We got B. Then we have our O that goes aw. And then our last letter, B again. B-ob. Bob. Like an octopus. B-ob. Bob. So for today's phonics lesson, we're looking at the letter B. And on our website, we can see our 6 words that we're going to do for phonics, all of them starting with the letter B. Let's set up our page first. So at the top, we want to put today's date. You go ahead and put whatever day today is for you. For me here at school, it's September the 15th. So my date goes up at the top. Second thing I want to do is I want to put my title. So my title is capital B, small b. We use capital B's for things like names. And small b's we use, well, all the time through all the words. All right, next thing I want to do is I want to practice my letter B's. So I'm going to do 4, just 4 capital B's. I start at the top of this line and I'm going to go down. Let's zoom in so you can see that better. So I start at the top of the blue line and I go down. Take my pencil off, start at the top, and I go to the middle with a curve. From the middle, I go to the bottom. So it becomes 1, 2, 3. Down, back to the top, around to the middle, from the middle to the bottom. 1, 2, 3. There's my 4 capital B's for practice. Next, I'm going to do some small lowercase b's. So I start at the top of the blue line and go all the way down to the bottom where that blue line is. That's 1. And then from the middle, I do my curve to the bottom. That's 2. So 1, 2. Start at the top, go down, go back to the middle, and go down. 1, 2. Next thing I want to do is set up my numbers for my 6 words. So along this edge, 1, let's leave a space or 2, 2, let's leave a gap, 3. And to find the middle of my page, I can take my paper I can fold it over, line it up with the edge of my workbook, and now that line shows my middle of my page. So I can go 4, skip a couple lines or so, 5, and 6. Let's take a close look at the words that we're going to do today. So for letter B, we've got the word bee, bee like a bumblebee, bell, bell, ball, ball like a soccer ball, football, boat, boat, bat, bat like a bat that flies in the air, or a baseball bat. And this one has a capital B, it's a name, Bob, Bob like Bob the Builder. There's lots of other words that start with letter B, bath, banana, bear. We'll copy these 6 into our workbook. So word number 1, bee. So B, E, E. Just copying from my iPad screen, TV screen. Number 2 is bell. So starts with a B. They all start with a B. B, notice I'm using lowercase. E, L, L, bell. Number 3, ball. Starts with that B. B, A, L, L. Ooh, very similar to bell. Bell and ball, just one letter different. Number 4 is boat. B, O, A is the next letter. T, boat. Next one, number 5 is bat. B, A, T. And the last one, number 6, is a name. It's Bob, and it starts with a capital B because all names start with a capital. So big capital B, remember that has 3 steps, 1, 2, and 3. And then Bob also has a B at the end of his name, but we use a small b to do that, Bob. So let's see, I've got my date, my title, my practice capital B's, my practice lowercase b's, my 6 words. All I need now is a colored picture. I'll do a picture of a banana. Label my picture, banana. Need to add some color. And there we go. There's my finished work. Well, thanks for joining me, and I hope you learned something new and had fun doing the lessons. Join me next time on another episode of Lessons from the Classroom.